to all you highly paid politicians. It's time that you did something about the pollution all over the world. Hello, I'm Mick Scarsbrook. I'm known on social media for doing environmental awareness films and tourist information films. But today I want to talk about the crisis we have with pollution all over the world. We've all seen it on social media. There seems to be plastic in the sea everywhere. The amount of plastic that we produce now in supermarkets and we use in packaging is just not necessary. For instance, I bought a cucumber today. This is from Tesco's. Can you see that? It's actually in a package and then it's wrapped in plastic. You know, cucumbers come in their own skin. It's getting beyond a joke, actually, the amount of plastic. This is just what I've produced today, and there are 6 billion of us on the planet producing a similar amount of waste every day. And then of course there's these carrier bags, which we all use, and tin can, well, it's aluminium. But there's some wrapping paper like this type of thing, which is, it's used on so many different products. And what people don't realize is when it's in water, it actually looks very much like a jellyfish. There's a lot of sea life that eat jellyfish. Any sort of logger-headed turtle, that would look like quite a good meal. It's time that we did something about this problem. We're obviously producing far too much plastic when it's not necessary. So what are the governments around the world doing about this? One idea is to put a deposit on all plastic products that come out of supermarkets and aluminium cans. This has been instigated in Germany and Norway for several years now, and it works very well. So people pay extra for their can or for their plastic bottle or plastic packaging, and then when they return the packaging, they get their money back. It's a simple system, but it works. Now, this system has been working now for a few years in some countries. Other options would be for the government to instigate a tax levy on the companies that produce the plastic wrapping or packaging. In recent years, they've developed new plastics, edible plastics, biodegradable plastics. So why aren't the governments using these plastics and insisting that all plastic packaging is made from them nowadays? So if they don't replace the plastic with biodegradable or edible plastic, then they have to pay the tax levy. They know this works because it's already been instigated in many countries throughout the world. But governments need to get together and come up with a strategy for the whole world. It's no point in one country having fantastic recycling when across the other side of the world they're throwing it all in the sea. Most of the rubbish is thrown in the rivers and streams, and of course eventually it comes out into the sea and then becomes a problem all over the world. To be quite honest, in countries like the UK, where they've been talking about recycling and what they can do to help the environment for 25 years or more, and then they've just come out with an idea, oh, why don't we put 5p on a plastic carrier bag? Make it 50p on a carrier bag, and then people will stop taking carrier bags and bring their own. Put 50p on a plastic bottle. So when you buy a Coke now, it'll cost you, instead of £1, it'll cost you £1.50. And then you'll take your plastic bottle back, because the plastic has value. If you can put a deposit system in place, plastic becomes valuable. But if there's no deposit system, plastic is cheap, so people will just throw it away. There are organisations all over the world that are trying to deal with the problem. They all know the answer to the problem. It's stop producing so much plastic, educate the people, put a deposit in place and charge a levy, tax levy, to all the companies that are producing plastic packaging. So what we need is action now, and we need the governments to get involved, and we need them to come up with a solution, an international solution that everybody will adhere to. Instigate an international meeting and get some decisions made on the rubbish problem. It needs to be sorted now. It needs to be sorted now. Thanks for listening.